That's it.
Okay, we got it.
Yes, finally. I really prayed so much. Okay, that's it. So now we have people joining us, and I'm so excited. And thank you so much. And thank you for your patience. I know it's not easy.
No, but look, what has to be done has to be done.
Yes. As long we don't give up, that's what all matters.
I don't give up at ever. That's not in my lexicon.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you and hello, everyone. And we have the Mother of Probiotics on our show. This is my dear, I call you mom, Natasha Trenev.
I'm honored to be your mom and everybody's mom.
Yes, you are, because you saving lives, and every day it's such a unique honor to even speak with you. And
It's my pleasure, and that's why I still say, look, I'm proud to say I'm 77 years old and still in very good health. I haven't had anything done surgically to my face. So if everybody's saying, "Oh my God," it's me, real me. And probiotics has been my life's work, and unfortunately, the whole science has been convoluted, of course, just to make money. And we've got too many seriously affected people. And since the industry asked me not only once, but twice to set a standard, which nobody unfortunately abides by.
right.
And it's too important of a time. We have too many sick children. We have too many sick adults. And, bacteria are very funny. They're much smarter than we are. And unless we know who the formulator is, who the manufacturer is, it can be a big problem.
Exactly. And that's what I would like to speak today. And the first item I really would like to discuss, because I hear this a lot from a lot of my clients. We're going to speak about Lifestart Pro. I want you to really dive deep with me into it and explain people. And I even prepare a small questionnaire. And
Here it is, Lifestart Pro.
yes,
I want you to know that I was the first one in the United States that not only introduced the term probiotics, I was the first one to introduce bifidobacteria. No one knew what the heck I was talking about. And the bifidobacteria infantis was a study I did with a very prominent researcher out of the former Yugoslavia and a German scientist. And I found out that this is the most important bacteria for infant health. As a matter of fact, even in the early 1980s, the European Journal was reporting that even healthy mothers who were breastfeeding were not able to transfer this bacteria to their infant. And the United States have been trying to get current data, but 20-year-old data tells me that only 7% of mothers in North America, even if they delivered the child vaginally and breastfeed, do not transfer this bacteria, except the 7% that were cited in the study. That's huge because this bacteria is extremely difficult to grow and stabilize. And that's why a lot of people misrepresent that they have this bacteria, that it's in a form that it likes to grow in. It doesn't grow because you have a marketing plan. Bacteria are not stupid. They don't waste their energy to impress us. They grow because you stimulate them to grow. And you have to be extremely ethical to make sure that there's no contaminants in here and that, I'm basically reduced to growing it in all kinds of things because the children are so allergic. And, I had to choose organic rice to grow the infanticide because the child is so allergic to everything.
right,
And what I would tell mothers is that pregnant women need to improve their own bacterial combination in their 27 feet of digestive tract. In the third trimester, they should be taking the infantis along with their regular regimen because the bacteria will find its way in the birth canal. It's really a miracle. If you're a good host, the bacteria will find its way in the birth canal and will be there to inoculate the child as it comes through the birth canal. Now, if you're not lucky enough that because unfortunately, a lot of people in the West have not become good hosts for this bacteria. So I took the extraordinary step of making the Life Start Pro so that mothers can give it to their child upon birth, very small amounts. You can even make a little paste and put it on your nipple if you're breastfeeding. But we put it in small amounts because that's typical of the natural process. So every time you're breastfeeding, you put a little bit of this on your nipple, or you can express your breast milk, mix it together, and then feed it to the child. But it's so important for the child, and I'll tell you why. This is the one bacteria in all the probiotic world that has a unique ability to upregulate and downregulate the immune system. Now, what does that mean? It means it needs to teach the immune system not to overreact when natural food particles are coming across the intestinal wall, unless it's taught this very early in life, because a healthy infant has about 99% of bifidobacteria colonizing their large intestine. And if we don't have those numbers, it's not communicating with the immune system and teaching the immune system what when it needs to defend the human host and when it needs to allow nutrients to pass the intestinal wall. If you think of the immune system as a scanner and the particles going through the intestinal wall as QR codes, in other words, the scanner, the immune system has to be taught which QR codes are okay to let in and which are not. Because the number one job of the immune system is to defend the human host from the bacteria that come in with every food that you give to your child, including breast milk. Even breast milk is not sterile. Most people don't understand that. There's nothing sterile in this world unless we make it sterile. It all comes with its own host of bacteria. So that's why it's important that the mother's healthy, that the breast milk is healthy, and that the child is healthy. It has to be a full circle involvement in order to have that healthy child. And when the child is healthy, it will gain weight normally. It will thrive. It will develop everything it needs to develop. And we hopefully will put an end to this, grotesque childhood illness that's affecting almost every society in the world right now.
Correct. Natasha, I have a couple questions. And the question I want to focus on child health, yes, but as soon the mom gets pregnant, we see something that we didn't see this for a long time. UTI begins. It's
Oh,
said
yeah.
because of the hormonal imbalance, and there's many things that come with the concept. But so I wanted to ask you, what will be as a mom as soon she gets pregnant, what she should do? Like what she should go straight on probiotics because in most
Absolutely.
as soon they
Absolutely.
go, as soon they go to the doctor will right away will prescribe them antibiotics. And now we're already creating a huge chaos in the gut flora. Now we already put in consideration the mom is not going to the bathroom correctly because of the hormonal imbalance, then probably previous issues, right? So it's all gathering. And as soon the hormones come kick in and she becomes pregnant, UTI is something that I see all the time. And I would like you to address that. And then we're going to go talking about pregnancy and the last month before delivering a baby. We have a woman who go through the swab test and then the doctors, sometimes even day or 2 days before delivering a baby, the doctor will prescribe antibiotics, and then we have a child born with all this chaos in their
Yeah.
gut and the mom. So let's start with the mom that just got pregnant with UTI. What
Yeah.
will
Well, hopefully, both partners, the father and the mother, will start taking the professional label is Trenev Trio while they're contemplating creating a child,
okay?
because the healthy father contributes to the health of the mother's health, And so that would be the ideal. I would say be on it for at least a month before you contemplate, creating a child. Once the mother is pregnant, both parents, this is something it's taken me years to learn, both parents should be on the Trenev trio because of their intimacy that pass the bacteria back and forth. And if the mother should get a UTI, I have a special product for that. Where you take in addition to the Trenev trio, you take something we call the Natron probiotic for the ultimate vaginal care. Here it is.
Okay.
You have it. And this acidophilus strain,
Here it's called Superdaphilus. This is what I usually give.
yeah, superdophilus is the professional name, yes.
Okay.
And what I tell people, take that in addition to the Trenev trio and also make a paste and get a finger cot or a glove and insert it digitally inside your vaginal tract at night. Do not have any intercourse, let it sit, and that needs to go on for at least 7 days because let me explain to you why the UTIs are not handled by antibiotics anymore. The bacteria have become so smart, they know how to evade the immune system. And interestingly enough, E. coli produce something that we call persister cells. What does that mean? It means that in the urethra, they actually build little mounds of glucose and they sit on top of that because the immune cells are going up and down patrolling. And if they see glucose, they say no danger because it's the bacteria is protein. So the minute they see a sugar mound, they say, oh, there's no danger here. There's no infection. So they just pass by. And that's how the bacteria can reinfect. And every time you give a dose of antibiotics, it becomes more resistant because its primal objective is to thrive. So
Exactly.
it will do anything to preserve itself and to make sure that if it likes a territory, that it maintains dominance in that territory. And it's very dangerous because unfortunately, I just talked to a dear friend who lost a child on Saturday because the mother had persistent UTIs during pregnancy. And unfortunately, they called me too late. And I'm just saying that, we as mothers have to take the initiative. We are responsible for the health of the child and making sure that we ensure that. Now, I tell people I didn't cause the problem. I've been watching this for 60 years. And for 60 years, things have been getting progressively worse. Now, remember, I'm not against the use of antibiotics, but every time you use an antibiotic therapy, it takes 6 months for the GI tract to balance itself or the vaginal tract to balance itself. So
Exactly.
people don't consider this. It's a
Well,
huge
people
shift.
think it's everything in a quick. They think it works, everything in the body works quickly, when in reality, even to hydrate the body, if people say, but I drink a lot of water, they don't understand. It takes about 9 months to hydrate fully the body. So when
Yes.
people think, now I'm on a clean diet, I'm drinking, they don't understand. It's like, everything is a process, and if someone has severe UTIs, we should dive deep and see why and what's causing the problem.
Yeah.
But as the everyone who is listening, you need to understand, if you want to get pregnant before, you and your husband should start taking Natasha Trenev's probiotics. Now they should take 1, 2 capsules twice a day, once a day, or how they
I
should
would
take.
recommend because the state of the health of both the father and the mother is so bad. I would say each parent should take one capsule twice a day, and we can, then adjust it to individual need. And I didn't cause the problem, nor do I have a marketing plan here. I'm seeing the health decline, and don't forget, there's actually bacteria in the sperm, and the sperm cannot be, healthy if it doesn't have the right bacterial balance as well. That's another topic for fertility.
Right.
What they don't understand is we are a hybrid of bacteria and human cells. And those bacteria need to be in harmony with our cells in order for the body to be healthy.
They
And
in the
yeah,
morning, in the evening, or you
yes,
suggest everyone the way they like? I know it's very important. Many people don't know not to take this with acidic drinks, like with the lemon,
yes,
orange juice. Um,
yes. And I'm also telling mothers to go slow on eating raw foods because, when you're pregnant, you are in an immunosuppressed state. Most women don't know that. Otherwise, the immune system would cause the abortion, would throw out the baby
exactly.
because it feels it's a threat. So there has to be a harmony between the growing baby and the mother. So I tell people slow down on the raw foods because most people don't know how to wash salads or fruits. They need to learn. And on my website, I do have a, vinegar wash. I tell people to soak at least for 3 to 5 minutes, rinse very well. And if you're eating raw foods, make sure you chew at least 10 times. Most people have not been taught any kind of hygiene by their family, which is a tragedy.
Correct.
They don't know anything about how to keep their counters clean, how not to contaminate their sink. People leave mounds of dishes in the sink, not knowing that's creating a huge problem for a body to handle. Food should not be left in the sink. Dishes should not be left in the sink. They should be rinsed, put in the dishwasher, and the sink should be rubbed down because we are in a very perilous state of human health. We have a declining population. We have huge infertility problems, and we're not delivering healthy babies. And my biggest concern is the numbers for autism are not going down. We all talk about that. It's a multi-billion-dollar business, yet we're still progressing to that 1 in 2 children in 5 years. 5 years will be on the spectrum of autism. And I think we have a human crisis, human being crisis.
But
Uh,
that's here. We
Pardon me?
creating a new generation. We're building a new generation. We're teaching moms who are open to listen to you, and everything that
Yeah.
we speak is all about building a new society, smarter, and young moms who are more aware, more than previous. So I'm very blessed, and I'm so happy that you also here with us and teaching us and giving
Mm.
your wisdom. I would ask, so so twice a day. Then as soon the mom becomes pregnant, she should start with a superdaphilus, and the superdaphilus comes either in a powder or either in a capsules.
Yeah,
And
that's in addition to what she's taking. That's not in lieu of. That's in addition. I want to make sure that whatever is happening vaginally to her, that she can take it orally. But also people need to be taught how to wipe. You wipe from forward, backwards. I mean, I'm just shocked that a lot of young women don't know even how to wipe properly and cross contaminate. You have to, take a shower every day, clean yourself. Make sure you're clean because your skin, your body's loaded with trillions of bacteria. People are not aware of that.
exactly,
Every particle on your skin is covered with bacteria.
exactly.
So we need to be teaching it.
I know, it's one of the classes that I do. I teach people how to clean themselves correctly, how make sure that we scrub our body correctly, and not just like, using a sponge is simple, but really cleaning. When it comes to hair, all these are very